It's Elvis Sunday time again. 7 days have passed since last time, so let's do this all again. This week we have a song called Surrender from 1961, I believe. Looks to be quite a short song. It's the only version of the song I could find online. So unfortunately no other live versions or anything like that I could find to compare it to this time round. But this one has been requested by some of you at home. So excited to take a look, excited to go back to 1961. Do leave a like on this video if you can, really helps out the channel. But hey, let's just dive straight in. Elvis sings Surrender. James Bondy. That is James Bond.
When we kiss, my heart's on fire, burning with a strange desire.
Wow.
And I know each time I kiss you that your heart's on fire too. So, my darling, please surrender.
Oh, change of pace.
Oh, your love so warm and tender. Let me hold you in my arms, dear, while the moon shines bright above.
Sounds like filming. Power, just
Let us take this night of magic and make it a night of love. Won't you please surrender to me? Your lips, your arms, your heart, dear. Be mine forever. Be mine
wow, over before it began. But just, what a surprise. I always keep saying about how the 70s are kind of my sort of favourite, or at least the era that I'm most familiar with, and kind of become a favourite era of Elvis. But every time we jump back to 1950s and 60s, I get these surprises to me where it just suddenly becomes a time period where I just really wish, or I feel I really need to kind of listen to a lot more. That song was just it felt very filmic. I think I said at the beginning, it almost sounded like James Bond there. It was like, duh, 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 duh. Is that Carry On? Even though a Bond film didn't make its way to screens until 2 years after this was recorded. So there's no plagiarism there, don't worry about that. But it felt very filmic. It felt like it, I mean, was it in a film? Tell me. I don't know if it was ever used, but in one of his movies. But you could, listening to it, you could almost kind of imagine opening credits to a film and titles coming up, and just, it was a really his voice was so powerful. It was just so strong, and it was all over the place, where in a positive way, where it's kind of started off with that chorus and then building up, and then at the end just this huge note at the end where it was peaks and troughs all the way through that song, where you just feel like, you can listen to however many Elvis songs, but all of a sudden you hear something like that and it feels like nothing you've heard before. And it's, again, a song that I've never heard before, never on my radar, never heard it mentioned other than in the comments when people are asking for it for this. And so to have it come this way in such a fashion, and to listen to it and for it to feel so supercharged. That's the only, it's supercharged. There's a real sort of tempo to it and a build, and then his voice just commands the whole song. Yeah, that was phenomenal. Again, less than 2 minutes long, that song, but absolutely stunning to listen to. It's just wow. Yeah, it's taken me back. I was surprised. When I saw Surrender, I was expecting some sort of slow ballad, something kind of more of a, like a crooner type song, if that makes sense. But this was had a whole different type of energy than what I was expecting. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to look up, I need to know whether that was in a film or what album that was from, because I think it would be good to look at something of a similar era. Edit coming. So looking back here, Surrender is an adaptation of a 1902 Neapolitan ballad entitled Torna a Sorrento, Come Back to Sorrento. Hit #1 in the US and the UK in 1961. Never heard this song. I've never seen it on any sort of greatest hits or anything. So for it to be a #1 hit in both countries, stunning that I haven't heard it. It eventually became one of the best-selling singles of all time. Wow. Yeah, so completely stunning to me that that's never been on my radar. Like I said, just the power to it, the energy, the range in his voice. Just yeah, I don't think it feels like anything I've heard so far. Amazing, really amazing. What did you think? Is it a favourite of yours? Let me know. Leave those comments down below. Anything else of a similar sort of vein that I should be listening to? Tell me that also. While you are there, there's a thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Really helps out the channel. Just next to that, subscribe if you haven't already. Come back every single Sunday. We do these every 7 days. But thanks so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed that song as much as I did today. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you do come back next week. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.